Hey guys, welcome back to the Macintosh keyboard hacking. Today, the bad news, Segway GT3 Pro shipment delayed again. So I'm now hearing maybe Tuesday. It's killing me. I'm riding around on a trick scooter, a push scooter, till this thing gets here. So in the absence of anything else, I've been going over the information that's available and thinking about my plans. I thought I'd run through sort of a list of steps here. Thought I'd look at practical mods first. Being as I'm out on the road with this thing, certainly a good safe lock, mirror so I can see in traffic, phone holder, to keep things organized, and some sort of basket so I can get a couple, bags full of stuff at the grocery store. So beyond that, easy tech, gosh, a dash cam would be cool. Even the rear view would be cool as well. And then, maybe I don't want to wear headphones while I'm riding, so maybe some sort of Bluetooth. Maybe what I actually need is like full-blown Sonos, on the scooter. We'll have to see how that goes. But all of those things are kind of contingent upon power. So yeah, where's that juice going to come from? Certainly, with a scooter that's 117 pounds, I don't want to have to carry around and keep charged another battery pack. There's some chance that the DC charge jack that's right on the stem, maybe I can get power out of that, so I may be able to plug in entirely externally. But I have a feeling that I'm not going to get what I want until I get into the deck of the scooter and start cutting wires. So inside, I think I showed a picture of that previously. All of the Segways seem to share an architecture, the current third generation, where they have a sort of a DC to DC converter module coming out of 3 pins in there. So I'm a little bit curious whether or not they feed the whole 72-volt battery pack through that, or if it's just part of the pack. And I'm also curious to know whether the controller itself can run without its own low voltage power. That being, if you were able to power the head unit externally and send traffic down the bus, could you? Is that 5 or 12 volts, whatever that regulator generates, is it necessary in order for the drive controller to work? So yeah, so this whole project has been a little bit difficult for me. I'm looking for something like the iPhone wiki, where you have a list of every part number and model and picture and connector, and somebody's gone through the time and effort to lay all that out. I really just haven't found that with this scooter scene. I think it's scooterhacking.org, the thing with the skull. Yeah, this guy. Like I mentioned before, maybe if you get on, their Telegram and, Discord channels, but I'm not really sure why I need to give out my phone number to, get the pin out. What was that guy's name? John Ninebot, firmware. What was I reading? Yeah, I found one guy that had put together what seemed like the beginnings of a wiki. Okay, what was that guy's name? Ninebot firmware wiki. Yeah, Joey, this guy. So, in the absence of any other, sites, I'd probably try and get in touch with this guy, see if I can get some sort of commit. Because this is one of the few places that has any even mention of the third generation, the current, the Max G3 and even the GT3. It seems like, I suspect a lot of this is focused on, either there's just not much enthusiast interest right now, or it's really centered around commercial products like the $160 custom firmware you can get. I really have questions whether Xiao, whatever it's called, I mean, is it really a custom firmware or is it just a bunch of 9-bot, stolen source code and, recompiled binaries and, you know, all that. So, yeah, um, even stuff like this where it references the Macs, I suspect that that's like Macs G2 era. I mean, 2 years ago. So just like all the research stops. G2 would be about the closest. Well, there's something. Yeah, so some stuff to dig into there. And then I also found the custom firmware GitHub. What was it called? Not that. GitHub, GFW, firmware, Segway. These guys, the scooter team. Yeah, I was real excited to see that they had recently committed code to support the GT3 Pro. That was that gentleman, this guy, True Toasted Code. I love that name. But he had, pushed forward this commit. Let's see, can I get the commit? But it's more of a structure and organization patch. No. Yeah, where they've just essentially like made some changes to the layout in the database, and it seems like what this project actually is. It's designed to be run from a website. I guess there's Bluetooth in the browser now as a thing. So I don't know. I apologize to everyone who actually is familiar with this stuff. I'm coming at it really from the outside here, but seeing as they cared enough to, include configuration support for the GT3, maybe it's worth taking some time and trying to get that to build. And I don't really want to use this box, I don't think. Let's do it in Intel. That one. High security. Ding. Where is it? Just gonna make a liar out of me. Is Yep. You can boot right up, please. Yeah, for whatever reason, there's an annoying glitchy behavior with this version of VMware on this Catalina. This is the last version that'll run, I think, on Catalina, where when I'm shuffling these images back and forth to an ESX server, I don't know, the bridge networking on the Mac side doesn't seem to work quite right. 114.152 today. Nope, same password. All right, so there's a few pip modules involved. And then it appears that it shows up as a web page somehow. Okay. It's just Python 3. So I like to try and take the distribution provided packages first, just to keep the weirdness at bay. All kinds of stuff. Bots, bunch of SQL things. Color management. All right. Yeah, so this part is about getting into the controller. It seems like what these guys have focused on. Wow, I didn't mean to run through all that. You know, maybe I should close some of these windows. Gonna have to come back to all that. And I think T is probably a little new for that to be included in the distribution. It's the tiny encryption algorithm. Oh, yes. I have actually been bit doing too much stuff as root before, so. All right, well, something happened. I don't have anything. $14. All right, well, that was easier than expected. I was trying to get this to run on an older Raspberry Pi, and it was a lot of library problems. Okay, well, so this works, and without a lot of fanfare, gives me the same as the online interface. So, okay, at least I can get back to that. But yeah, it appears one of the, I don't see, oh yeah, GT3. Yeah, one of the reasons for the refactor, it looks like there were a couple different forks of third generation support that got kind of put together. So there's a lot of disabled equal true enable, like it seems like a little bit backwards logic, but it seems like things get disabled by default and then undisabled uh, as the, maybe I've got that backwards. It was a little confusing, but anyway, we see that there's code and presets for a lot of models, but by the time we get down to the GT3, um, we don't really know much anymore. All of the earlier, diagnostics and doing things with the current limits and stuff, it's all a bunch of unknowns because I've found plenty of dumps of second generation uh, scooters, but not really enough third generation information to really dig into it. But yeah, there's something about different different keys. I guess I read online that firmware updates are signed on the server side, and then that's unique to per serial number of the scooter. So there's a few different numbers that have to line up. You have to have the right encryption key along with the right serial number in order to receive that up and apply that update. So apparently, at the current stage of firmwares, they have disabled the ST-Link port on the boards, and so yeah, that's been a challenge to get into recovery mode or something. Prior to what was essentially generation 2 times, you were able to get in and do a lot more stuff with the IAP, the serial protocol. And, I don't know. I haven't, not having a device to use, I haven't fully gone online and got that all running. Maybe that would be fun. Looking through, it appears that a lot of this stuff is really just front ends to OpenOCD. And so then once we get in there, they run predefined scripts, and that's a lot of the newer models. So post when they disabled the ST-Link, maybe they just disabled the readback protection properly. It seems like a lot of what people are doing are flashing, completely disabling readback and just flashing the whole chip, so that would include a new bootloader, followed by then the user's firmware, the chosen firmware load. The concern there just is that, before running any tools on a, GT3 level scooter, I'm not sure that, I don't know that they have a good backup of the bootloader. So I wouldn't want to have to rely on the current state of the community to recover from that right now. So hence want to get in there and do all that stuff myself. But yeah, so that's what we know. Glad that runs. Yeah, that Pip was Pip put the T library in there for me. That was nice. But yet the structure of all this is let's just find some of it. It's more of a binary search and replace type thing. I don't know. Won't know more until I get something to mess with. And then also, I don't know, I saw some information. It made me think that the dashboard link was full duplex serial. But again, not gonna know that either. Well, wish I had more, but yeah, I'm gonna try and follow up with these guys. Completely lost my train of thought. Well, I guess that's as good a time to cut it as any. Yeah, I hope you guys like the progress such that it was. Look forward to. There we go. There was that document. Yeah, getting more into the hacking side. Certainly, yeah, once we progress beyond basic USB power and Bluetooth speakers, I'd like to get something installed down in the deck. ESP32 is sounding like a viable choice for immobilizer, alarm, some kind of tracking thing. Logging metrics. Essentially the computer output on the serial. I thought about adding some more sensors, temperature, humidity, and then who doesn't love beacons and clients and cell IDs and so on and so forth. So I'll be back with a plan for that in the future. So yeah, like I say, as soon as that Segway gets here, I'm gonna have a live unboxing video. So I'm very excited to take it out of the box and then start taking all the screws out of it. So we'll start that when it gets here. But yeah, everybody have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.